Welcome to Grandma's Attic Music Review. I'm happy to be with you tonight. First Saturday of June. We're officially in the summer months, so there's all kinds of things going on. But tonight, the most important thing that's going on is that you're here with us, and we have some serious good music for you. So you've all heard me talk about Terry. She does wonderful things for the music community, and she makes me want to meet more musicians. That's what she does. And she had talked about this duo a few times. And I think that I actually really met them face to face out at the Cape when Leanne was performing with the 60s Explosion, right? Is that the name of that?
Back to the Garden?
Back to the Garden, which is a 60s revisited thing. Anyway, they came up and talked to me, and we've been trying to get them on the show ever since. Now they're here. They're going to entertain you, and then we're going to talk to them about all that good stuff. I hope you will all welcome into your heart, into your home, and through your television, the Sweet Polly Duo.
Thank you. The first song we're going to do is something by Paul Simon. We tend to start our gigs with it because it's just so much fun to start with an upbeat song. So. Mama Pajama rolled out of bed and she ran to the police station. When Papa found out, he began to shout and he started the investigation. Was against the law, was against the law. What my mama saw was against the law. Mama looked down and spit on the ground every time my name gets mentioned. Papa said, oh, if I get that boy, I'm gonna stick him in a house of detention. I'm on my way. I don't know where I'm going. I'm on my way. Taking my time, but I don't know where. Goodbye, Rosie, the queen of Corona. Said me and Julio down by the schoolyard. Said me and Julio down by the schoolyard. Take me away, but the press like the store to lead. And a radical priest come to get me released. We was all on the cover of High Times. I'm on my way. I don't know where I'm going. I'm on my way. Taking my time, but I don't know where. Goodbye, Rosie, the queen of Corona. Said me and Julio down by the schoolyard. Said me and Julio down by the schoolyard. Said me and Julio down by the schoolyard. Thank you so much. I think that what we'd like to do is we're going to do a song for you now that is by Peter Gabriel. This song, for a very long time, led me to think about what we're doing with our lives going forward. It was a really big talisman towards our retirement, in which we are now reaching, and it was just, I've always loved this song, so we're going to play it for you now. Coming up on Salisbury Hill, I could see the city lights. Wind was blowing, time stood still. Eagle flew out of the night. He was something to observe. Came in close, I heard a voice, standing, stretching every nerve. I had to listen, had no choice. Could not believe the information. Just had to trust imagination. My heart going boom, boom, boom. Hey, he said, grab your things, I've come to take you home. To keep in silence, I'll decide. My friends would think I was a nut, turning water into wine. Open doors would soon be shut. So I went from day to day. Thought my life was in a rut, till I thought of what I'd say, which connections I should cut. I was feeling part of the scenery. Walked right out of the machinery. My heart going boom, boom, boom. Hey, he said, grab your things, I've come to take you home. Yeah, back home. When illusion spins her net, I'm never where I wanna be. Liberty, she pirouettes when I think that I am free. Watched by empty silhouettes who close their eyes but still can see. No one taught them etiquette. I will show another me. Today I don't need a replacement. Tell them what the smile on my face meant. My heart going boom, boom, boom. Hey, I said, you can keep my things, they've come to take me home. Yeah, back home. I'm going home. Thank you. Thank you very much. We really don't do very many originals. It's something that we always kind of pushed and said, we're going to do originals someday. And I guess that day is today. So you guys are going to be the first to hear something we have written. It's
Don't
about
judge us too harshly.
Yeah, it's a fun summer song, but I have to say that it especially comes to mind today because we have a family of friends. We call them our family, and we started going to Cape Cod and we hang out with them, and so we've always called them the Cape Cod Clan, and so we wrote a song for them. Dancing across the beach to meet me, baby, got a cocktail in your hand. Toss me a beer, sing me a song. Don't be kicking up no sand, 'cause I'm here for the good times. Rediscover who I am. We got no place to go, and all night to get there, hanging with the Cornhill Clan. Route 6 is bumper to bumper, baby, when I see that Truro sign. Melts my trouble just like an old sunset. Gives me back my peace of mind, 'cause I'm here for the good times. rediscover who I am. I got no place to go and all night to get there, hanging with the Cornhill Clan. Winter in New England's cold and gray. It'll really drag you down. So play me a song, play that guitar. Save me till I'm Cape Cod bound, 'cause I'm here for the good times. Rediscover who I am. I got no place to go and all night to get there, hanging with the Cornhill Clan, 'cause we're here for the good times. Rediscover who I am. I got no place to go and all night to get there, hanging with the Cornhill Clan. That's a real special song for us. It may be silly, it might be light, but I love it.
We'll take on world peace next time, right?
Yeah. Either that or world peas, you know, one of the two. I think that we should do something nice and up-tempo. We have a tendency to want to do songs that you don't normally see as an acoustic duo. It's kind of our stock and trade. So, you know, somebody once yelled out Ozzy, and then we played Crazy Train. This time I think we're going to do something by The Who.
Pete Townsend.
Ever since I was a young boy, I played the silver ball. From Soho down to Brighton, I must have played them all. I ain't seen nothing like him in any amusement hall. That deaf, dumb, blind kid sure plays mean pinball. He stands like a statue because part of the machine. Feeling all the bumpers, always plays it clean. Plays by intuition, those digit counters fall. That deaf, dumb, blind kid sure plays a mean pinball. He's a pinball wizard, there has to be a twist. Pinball wizard's got such a soft breeze. How do you think he does that? What makes him so good? He ain't got no distractions, can't hear no buses and bells. Don't see no lights flashing, plays by sense of smell. Always gets the replay and never tilts at all. That deaf, dumb, and blind kid sure plays a mean pinball. I thought I was Valley Table King. I just handed my pinball crown to him. Not my favorite table, he can beat my best. just does the rest. Got crazy flipper fingers, I never seen him fall. Deaf, dumb, and blind kid, sure plays a mean pinball. Thank you so much. Not yet. I think I'm gonna do. I think we want to do the Allman Brothers, the Warren Haynes tune.
Okay.
We're gonna do a song for you now by Warren Haynes, and frequently played by the Allmans. And this song is very special to me. Every time we do it, I dedicate it to my dad, and it's gonna be no different today. So today, this one goes out to you, Dad. When you can't find the light to guide you through a clouded day, when the stars ain't shining bright, feels like you lost your way, when the candlelight of home burns so very far away, well, you gotta let your soul shine, just like my daddy used to say. He used to say, soul shine, sweeter than sunshine, stronger than moonshine, and damn sure better than rain. Hey, now people don't mind, we all feel this way sometimes. You gotta let your soul shine, shine until the break of day. I grew up thinking I had it made, gonna make it on my own. But life can take the strongest man and make him feel so alone. Sometimes I feel a cold wind blowing through my aching soul. I think back to what my daddy said. He said, girl, in that darkness before the dawn, let your soul shine, sweeter than sunshine, stronger than moonshine, and damn sure better than rain. Hey, now people don't mind, we all feel this way sometimes. You gotta let your soul shine, shine until the break of day. Sometimes a man can feel this emptiness, like a woman has robbed him of his very soul. A woman too, God knows she can feel like this. But oh, when your little world gets cold, you gotta let your spirit take control. Talking about soul shine, stronger than sunshine, sweeter than moonshine, and damn sure better than rain. Hey, now people don't mind, I'll feel this way sometimes. You gotta let your soul shine, shine until the break of day. I'm talking about soul shine, sweeter than sunshine, stronger than moonshine, and damn sure better than rain. Hey, now people don't mind, we all feel this way sometimes. You gotta let your soul shine, shine on and on and on and on until the break of day. Thank Thank you so much. A slow one and then a fast one?
Sure.
Okay. We're going to do a song for you now that is by we're doing it last. Oh,
okay.
we're doing a song made popular by Etta James. We learned this for my niece's wedding, and then we never sang it for her, but it just kind of made its way into our set list, and that's where we're at. So it's a nice add. It's something that's different than all the rock stuff, and I don't know. I just love the song, so we play what we love. At last, my love has come along. My lonely days are over. Life is like a song. Oh yeah, at last. The skies above are blue. My heart was wrapped in clover. The night I first found you, I found a dream that I could speak to, a dream that I have called my own. I found a thrill to press my cheek to, a thrill that I have never known. You smiled, you smiled, you smiled. Then the spell was cast. Now here we are in heaven. You are mine at last. Miss Etta James. It is, last time I checked. We love this one as musicians because it kind of talks about music and what, I don't know, kind of brings out in people. And we did. We got to play it in a castle in Ireland, and we also got to play it at a sessions in Ireland, which is where you go in and you play with all the local musicians, and you know, it went round table, and Ox struggled but did really, really well with all of the all the changes that go in with the classic, traditional, the trad setups of Irish music.
Sure, we do 3 songs in a row, but so like as a medley. So by the time you figure out the first one, they've gone on to the second one.
Yeah. Which is why you drink in Irish pubs.
You ready?
Sure. I've been thinking about our fortune. I decided that we're really not to blame, for the love that's deep inside us now is still the same. And the songs we make together is the music to the story in your eyes. It's been shining down upon me now. Realize, listen to the tide slowly turning, wash all our heartache away. We're part of a fire that is burning from the ashes we can build a better day. But I'm frightened for our children, and that the life that they are living is in vain. And the sunshine we've been waiting for will turn to rain. Listen to the tide slowly turning, wash all our heartache away. We're part of a fire that is burning. From the ashes we can build a better day. But I'm frightened for our children, that the life that they are living is in vain. And the sunshine we've been waiting for will turn to rain. When the final verse is spoken, it is certain that the curtain's gonna fall. I can hide inside your sweet, sweet arms forevermore. That is definitely one of our favorites. Did you want us to do one more? Okay. Let's do which one? All right. Well, you know, like I said, we do all kinds of different stuff, so I'm going to do one by Patsy Cline. I go out walking after midnight, out in the starlight, just like we used to do. I'm always walking after midnight, searching for you. I walk for miles out on the highway. It's only my way of saying I love you. I'm always walking after midnight, searching for you. Outside I see a weeping willow, crying on his pillow. Maybe he's crying for me. And as the sky turns gloomy, a night wind whispers to me, lonesome as I can be, I'm always walking after midnight, out in the starlight, just hoping you may be somewhere walking after midnight, searching for me. Outside I see a weeping willow, crying on his pillow. Maybe he's crying for me. And as the sky turns gloomy, a night wind whispers to me, lonesome as I can be, I'm always walking after midnight, out in the starlight, just hoping you may be somewhere walking after midnight, searching for me.
Come on over and mic up, and we'll have a little chit chat.
Thanks.
So while they're getting over here and micing up, let me talk about some things that are going on in the hood. So all the galleries are open. There's galleries all over New London, and if you don't know that, then you haven't been to New London lately. Also, the Hygienic Art Park schedule for the summer is up. Go to hygienic.org to find out what's going on with that. Sailfest is coming. It's going to be amazing this year since we've been kind of shut down for the last few years. I don't know the lineups yet, but I do know that there's bands playing at Woodfellas, at the Social, at Dockside, at Hot Rods, at well, pretty much anywhere that has even a little stage, there's going to be music. The craft fair will be lining Bank Street, and that all starts on Friday the 7th. The fireworks are Saturday the 8th, and the 9th is kind of the day that we all kind of chill out after a long weekend. So that starts July 7th, and I hope you'll make your plans around it. Let's talk to Sweet Polly Duo. Hi, guys. Welcome.
Hi.
Welcome to the attic.
Well, thanks for having us.
Welcome to the attic. It's so much fun. Wow, you guys touched on the only song that I've heard done on this show repetitively is Me and Julio. And that's probably because, well, it's a really cool song for one, but Braden Sunshine does it. And he does it every time he's here. I think it's one of his favorite songs. And he's been here probably more than anybody ever since he was 8.
Oh, wow.
So, oh, let's talk about what you do. When did you guys start playing together?
Well, we were teenagers, so we started dating when we were kids.
Okay. Well,
And-
that's romantic.
Yeah,
That you're still together now.
We'll be married 37 years in a couple weeks.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
What do you attest that longevity to?
A good sense of humor.
Really?
Absolutely, and also the fact that we make music together, because I
That's
think
really important.
that having something that we can do that's not just work and home related,
Right.
that is really important. So yeah, we started when we were teenagers, and I used to go and hang out with Rocky and his friends, and they'd sit around campfires or whatever, and they'd strum guitars and they'd play a verse of a song, and then they would just like do little diddly things on the guitar and just kind of play and play and play, and I'm like, what are you doing? What is up with you people? And so I really, honest to God, started singing in self-defense with that. I sang in choir and all of that, but I really started singing, with an accompanist because I just couldn't stand to hear songs that had perfectly good lyrics not being sung.
Well, yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
That's what makes them songs, isn't it? Lyrics.
Pretty much. Yeah,
Otherwise,
yeah.
they're just tunes.
Yeah.
So throughout your life together, have you played out a lot, like throughout the years, or is this all new to you because of the open mics, or what's going on with your playing out history?
Well, in our 20s, I spent a long time going part-time to school. And then finally, when I graduated, it was probably about 30, 32 or so.
Yeah.
Then I was like, okay, I graduated. I got a good job to go with that. And we got a house. And we're like, well, we've got all this stuff. Now we can have a band finally.
Now we can finally have a band. And so what we started to do was, we would do some stuff acoustic, and then we would meet people, and we formed a band.
Yeah.
I think we had a band about 2 weeks after we moved into our house and had a place to put drums.
Nice.
So,
Got to have drums.
yeah. So we had the full band, and then it just it goes back and forth, and it seems to be very cyclical. We have a band, and then we get tired of the crap that goes on with running a band. And so then we decide we're going to
know about that stuff.
Yeah, and so then we would do the duo, and then we'd get tired of doing the duo, and then we'd find another band. And so we've gone back and forth and back and forth.
But we've always kind of done the duo, even when we've had a band.
Yeah,
Just
yeah.
because, we're sitting around practicing stuff at home for the band, but we're doing
Right,
it,
right.
we're doing it acoustically.
Yeah.
So
So I know you guys get out there and do a lot of stuff with Terry, like the coffee shop and Buttonwood and all those
Yep.
places. What is it that draws you to the local open mics?
Well, I mean, the open mics are a great way to promote people. Mostly right now, we're running an open mic. We run an open mic on the 2 and the 4 at the Highliner in.
Oh, that I know where that is.
In
right around
Westbrook.
the corner from my sister's house.
Yeah, so we run that on the 2nd and 4th Thursday of the month.
Nice.
And it's really wonderful because we get to hang out with friends. We can test out new material for our gigs. And then, you know, there are people who are just fledgling artists, and you watch them grow. And it's one of the things we've seen over the years is to see people who started off like afraid and timid and making a lot of poor choices with chords and not being able to vocalize well, to get to the point where they can belt it out and they're playing on their own and
they're doing their own shows.
and they're doing their own things. You know, it's a really, it's an amazing
You know who
thing.
comes to mind with that? And maybe because I brought him on my show before he ever really even started playing out, and that's Brian Wanowski.
Yep.
He started timid and shy and not playing anywhere but in his bedroom, and now he's everywhere.
Yes, he is. And he's very good,
everywhere.
yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
sure.
oh, he's amazing.
Yeah, he is.
He is very good. And I think that Rob DeSorbo brought Terry to her forefront. I think she was a little timid. I've known her for a long time now.
Yep.
And I think she was a little timid when she started out too, but boy, she's not timid anymore, is she?
Yeah, well, I mean, the great thing about open mics is, you know, you have people who have, like, some people are, you know, established professionals who are just showing up to meet other people and maybe play a couple songs. And then you have people who, you know, may have never played in front of anybody before. And, you know, this is their opportunity. You know, somebody who may not ordinarily have the inclination to go out and, you know, try to play 3 hours or something somewhere.
Right.
But, you know, so it's great, and you get to see people, you know, as Pat said, grow.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Does the Highliner have a back band, or do you guys have to bring your
No, we bring our equipment, but it is an acoustic open mic, so
Oh,
it's
okay.
not difficult to do that.
Right.
So basically, you know, we have 3 mics up front. We bring the PA system, and if anybody wants to bring anything else, they can. But we do tell them it's essentially an acoustic open mic. We don't bring drum sets. We don't bring.
Yeah, but
you
hand
know,
drums are great.
hand drums are great. You know, if you want to bring cajones or whatever it is that you want to bring, you know, you can absolutely do that. And we love to have that availability for people, and they really seem to like it. You know, just before COVID, the open mic at the Highliner stopped. And it was stopped for quite a while. And then our buddy Rich Wall said, "You guys really, please, you can take over the open mic." And so a little over a year ago, we did. And it's been going strong ever since.
Nice.
And every week we seem to have new people, and it's great.
Well, I also think that COVID made us realize how much we need each other,
Yeah.
and how much we need to get together, and how much we need to gather. I'm still a little afraid of getting into heavy crowds. As a matter of fact,
Sure.
I was in a pretty heavy crowd the day, record store day. I was in a pretty heavy crowd, and the next weekend, about 10 of the people that were in that heavy crowd were sick, including me.
Yeah.
So I'm a little leery. So when I'm out with crowds, I'm kind of standoffish. I really can't afford to get sick. You know.
Yeah.
You know that, because if you're in school, you can't get sick. You have to do homework.
Yep.
So so you did one original. I really think that you need more. That's my opinion. My opinion is not important, but it is my opinion, and I think you need more originals. That's a great original. And it
you.
keeps it local. Local New England. New England local music really resonates with the residents of New England. And I hope you do that when you go up to Cape Cod. I hope you do it somewhere out in public.
Oh, yeah.
You know,
absolutely.
definitely do it somewhere out in public. I have friends that own an inn on Commercial Street
Oh,
Okay, P-Town?
in
Yeah.
P-Town, and they play the marimba and the trumpet, I guess. It's called the Brasswood because of the marimba, and Tom plays something brass. I think he might play the trombone. I don't know. But anyway, they have music there a lot. So
fun.
Out on their front porch. So that's a lot of fun. Do you entertain in your house and end up having, like, people come and just start singing along and stuff in parties that
we do jams all the time. You know, people come over, Jim DePasque, I don't know if you've had him on yet, but I know you've had Brian and Dana from Someone You Can X-Ray. We're really good friends with them, and in fact, next month we're going to do a gig at the Highliner where the two of us, we're calling it Double Date, and we're going to do a show where we do a set, they do a set, and we do a set together.
That will be awesome.
Yeah.
So
I heard that was in the works.
Oh,
actually.
you did, yeah.
Someone You Can X-Ray, they have also been on both of my shows, and they're actually doing a private party for me coming up Christmas in July.
Oh,
so
fun.
yeah, so that will be a lot of fun. Dana and I were just talking about it today, but they're great people.
We love them.
They're amazing musicians, and their love story is kind of wacky, right?
Yep.
Which is a good thing.
Yeah.
What do you guys like to do when you're not doing music?
I don't know. we do so much music. I mean, between gigs and learning new songs and seeing other people play gigs, because that's one thing that I think a lot of people who aren't musicians may not understand is that the more gigs you have, the more gigs you have to go to. Because if someone comes to see your gig and then they have a gig, you have to go to that gig.
Yeah.
So we spend a lot of our evenings involved in music. You know, Rocky's fully retired now.
Nice.
Yeah.
I'm partially retired. And in fact, we had a retirement party, and the band that we put together, and X-Ray, as well as Carl Suter, whom I know you know.
I love Carl.
Yeah, we do too. And Carl played a mini set, and then our band played a set, and then X-Ray played the full thing, and we had a taco truck, and it was just a crazy party.
How much fun was
Oh
that?
my God, it was so much fun.
So
It's like we need to do it again.
I think that Carl needs to be told that he needs to come on the show. The last time that I talked to him, he was still working on a CD that he'd been working on forever, and I don't believe he's even produced it yet because it wasn't good enough.
So
Well, he's doing more recording now, isn't he?
I certainly hope so. A long while ago, because we've been kind of pushing him in the butt too, we had won a few hours of recording time.
Oh, nice.
Or I think we had money left over from when we did a recording. Either way, I had like 8 hours of recording time, and I said, here, take it, use it, you know.
You've got great
Go
original
up to-
songs. They need to
yes.
be documented.
They do.
You need
They
to
really
do. This.
do. He's brilliant.
I absolutely adore him and Lynn.
If you
They're
know
some
Carl,
of my favorite people.
Tell him he needs to come on the show.
Yes. Please tell Carl, and I will tell them again.
I'll reach out to him again, but I've asked him to be on the show for close to a decade. I've asked him to be on the show, and I'm not done with this CD yet. I can't do it. I'm not ready. I'm like, it's ready. Your songs are ready. So, yeah. I think that his, I think he's afraid of his music to some extent. I think he loves to sing and he loves to play, but whatever. Anyway, where can people find you if they want to book you for a gig?
So we have our Facebook page. We had a website for quite a while, and then we dropped it because it wasn't getting the traffic that Facebook does. So if you'd like to see us, you can get us at the on Facebook.
Yep.
And it's Sweet Polly Duo CT.
Okay.
And you can find us there, and we can do bookings from there. If you want to come to shows, we've got a whole bunch of them I can tell you about for
Okay,
the next
go
couple
ahead.
of months.
Go ahead.
So
this show
uh-huh.
is June 2nd, so go forward from there.
Okay. So we have got on June, I'm going to cheat because we have, so we host the open mic on the 2nd and the 4th Thursday at the Highliner,
Which would be the 8th.
which would be the 8th And then we have on the Highliner itself, on June 23rd, we will be doing that double date with Dana
That would be
and
so
Brian.
much fun.
I am so excited. On the 1st of July, we'll be at the Deep River Farmers Market, and that I think is from 11 to 1.
Nice.
After that, we are going to be on Sunday, July 9th. We'll be at what used to be called the Upper Deck. It's the deck in Westbrook from
I know where
1:30
that
to
is.
4:30.
Yep.
Yeah. I'm going to need a lot of sunscreen, otherwise you'll see somebody on fire on the top of the deck. I'm not quite so sure about that. We will be taking a little time off because we're going to Cape Cod for 2 weeks. Yay! And then on the 3rd of August, we will be playing at Shanks on the Water in Clinton.
Nice.
Which is my favorite. I mean, it's just beautiful. There's the gorgeous outside. There's, the good seafood and the sunsets, because we always play in the evening, so
Right.
it's sunsets. We'll be playing at the Barrel House on September 8th, I want to say. And then I think, between all that and the open mics and everything else for a while,
That's pretty busy for the summer.
Yeah,
That's great. And take your instrument and your voice to Cape Cod with you, and
we
don't
Yeah.
neglect them.
Yeah,
Don't
no,
neglect
no.
them. So,
We have a special beach guitar so that it doesn't.
Well, no,
that's a good thing.
True story. One of our friends, they would beach fire, right? And they took their truck out onto the beach to bring the wood and everything else and backed over his beach guitar. So the beach guitar went from essentially one piece to many pieces. And it now
That's
lives in one of the
sad.
cottages. It's on the wall in one of the cottages as a cautionary tale.
So you,
I
you
guess.
get something that's playable and loud is pretty much what you need for a beach guitar.
I
Yeah.
agree.
Good
I
for you.
agree. That's a lot of fun. Bonfires, beach sand, and music. They just kind of go in the same sentence,
Yeah,
don't
absolutely.
they? Don't they? They really do. So, if you had your druthers, if you had your way, what would you be doing with Sweet Polly in 5 years?
We joke about going on the road and playing all of the farmers markets, but I think that would be a really cool thing to do. It's like, okay, there's one in South Dakota on this day. Let's see if we can't,
And just drive across the country
and just
end up with a van full of vegetables or something.
Yeah. What is it? We had this dream, we'd go traveling together. So,
Yeah. Okay. Sounded a little Partridge Family.
well, but we
I don't want to
really-
be Danny.
No, well,
Who does?
no. But,
I don't know.
and I don't want to be Tracy, so we're even.
I don't know. I wouldn't mind being David.
Yeah.
He was pretty.
Yeah, he was.
I don't care what anybody says.
I got the little feather thing going on.
Yeah.
occasionally on my head.
That's so much fun.
But to be perfectly honest, I think that the big thing is just making music with our friends. We definitely want to be writing more. I think, if we get to a point where we've written enough songs, we're not going to be shy about it, and we'll go in and we'll record because, that is a fun and new thing to do, and
It
being
is.
in a recording studio is very cool.
It is.
And we've been there a couple times, and it's a lot of fun.
So when you do that, when you record your first all original CD,
Yep.
you'll bring it back here,
Okay.
and we'll talk about it to everybody in the whole wide world.
That sounds
That
beautiful.
will be so awesome. So people can find you tomorrow. Sunday. Are you playing anywhere Sunday the 3rd?
Sunday the 3rd. No, we have our next one on, I think, the 8th is when we're
Okay.
hosting the
Yep,
open mic,
the
and then
open mic.
after that, it's the 23rd.
Okay, great. So people can find you. They can find you at the Highliner. They can find you at Shana B's by the Sea sometimes.
Yes,
They can
yes.
find you at the coffee house sometimes.
Yes.
They can find you out and about. And if they go to Sweet Polly Duo CT,
Yes.
they can find out where you're going to be
Yeah.
day to day to day to day to day.
We actually have a thing on our page. It's got a little tour bus with our faces on it, and Sweet Polly Purebred is driving the van, and it's got a list of
nice.
all of our dates.
You know, a lot of people wouldn't know who that is.
A lot of people don't. They call me Polly all the time.
So Sweet Polly Purebred, for those of you that don't know who that is, that's Underdog's girlfriend.
Yes.
And if you don't know who Underdog is, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry that I just dated myself, but Underdog used to be one of my favorite cartoons, and Sweet Polly Purebred was his girlfriend. And he was always saving her from some kind of peril.
Yeah.
You know?
Riffraff.
Riffraff. Yeah, there you go. There
That's
you go.
we tend to think of our fans as riffraff.
In a loving way.
In a loving
very
way.
loving way. So, as always, we've run out of time. Would you guys be willing to take us out with a song?
Absolutely.
Yay! Thank you so much for coming to the attic.
Thank
I'm
you.
so blessed that you were able to be here. It's a great thing. So, take us out with a song. And while they're getting back up there into their music, hi. So, it's summertime. There's things that we need to do. Number one, if you have animals, especially dogs, please don't put them in your car and leave them there while you do your shopping. Don't do that. If I see you doing it, I will have you arrested. So there. That's number one. Number two, if little kids are outside with bare feet, that tar will burn their feet. It also will burn your pet's feet. I'm telling you right now, we need to take care of each other. If you have neighbors that are elderly, please make sure that they have a cooling source, whether it's a fan or air conditioning. Make sure they have fresh water and a way to hydrate. Please take care of your neighbors. We live in a community, common unity. Let's do that. Let's care for one another. Spend your money here, because if you spend it in the big box stores, it leaves Connecticut. Spend your money with your neighbors, with your friends. I love you all. I'll see you all next week. Until then, bye for now.
Yep, we're going to do a song by the Jackson 5 for you. When I had you to myself, didn't want you around, those pretty faces always made you stand out in the crowd. Someone picked you up from the bunch, one glance was all it took. Now it's much too late for me to take a second look. Oh, baby, give me one more chance.
Show me that I love you.
Won't you please help me back in your heart? Oh, darling, I was blind to let you go.
Let you go, baby.
Now since I see you in her arms, I want you back. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I want you back.
Do 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 do.
I want you back.
No, 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 no.
I want you back.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
I want you back.
Try to live without your love is one long sleepless night. Won't you help me, boy? Show I know wrong from right. Every street I walk down, I see tear stains on the ground. Following the boy I didn't even want around. Oh, baby, give me one more chance.
Show you that I love you.
Won't you please help me back in your heart? Oh, darling, I was blind to let you go.
Let you go, baby.
Now since I see you in her arms, I want you back. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I want you back.
Do 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 do.
I want you back.
No, 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 no.
I want you back.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
I want you back.
Grandma's attic
I want you back.
with Dot Ames, yeah.
I want you back.
Growing music.
I want you back.
Thank you.
I want you back.
Oh, baby, give me one more chance.
Show you that I love you.
Won't you please help me back in your heart? Oh, darling, I was blind to let you go.
Let you go, baby.
Now since I see you in her arms, I want you back. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I want you back.
Do 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 do.
I want you back.
No, 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 no.
I want you back.
Yeah, 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 yeah. I want you back. Oh, thank you for having us. This was so much fun. We really appreciate it.